Josh Charles, We Own This City. Was that, hey, we want to do it. You want to do a show. You're playing a bad cop in a David Simon show about Baltimore on HBO. They probably had you at hello on that front, Josh?
Pretty much. I mean, I knew the story pretty well. I mean, Justin Fenton, who's the crime reporter for The Sun now, he's at the Baltimore Banner. So I had followed his reporting. Justin, big Oriole fan, by the way. I had followed his reporting. I follow him on Twitter and actually befriended him during the Freddie Gray uprising in Baltimore. And him and I, struck up a friendship because I said, man, what a hard job you're doing every day. I'm just reading your articles. So when I started reading these stories, I was like, this is definitely a film. This is definitely a TV show. So, who better to make it than David, George? I mean, just they know the world so well. So I knew it pretty intimately, and I was very excited to be a part of it. It's not a very pleasant story, obviously. There's a lot of great things about Baltimore. This is not one of them, but it's an important story. And I was telling it with really great people. And so, yeah, to be a part of it was something I was really excited about. I mean, in terms of being a bad cop, I mean, it's not a show just about bad cops.
Right.
Obviously, there's good cops that are getting the bad cops. There's DOJ investigators. There's, the feds. There's all these, there's good cops that are doing the right thing, and then there's these group of guys. So the majority of the guys, I mean, all the guys in the Gun Trace Task Force are in prison right now. So they're all pretty much technically, quote unquote, bad cops. But, when you're playing the guy, you got to jump into it, and someone who's bad doesn't always look at themselves that way, right? So you have to get into their shoes. And the guy I played is actually from Baltimore proper. He's the one member of the task force who's from Highlandtown, which if you know Baltimore, that's real right in the city, Baltimore. So that for me, being from the city, knowing that area, I felt a real sense of responsibility of just making sure I nailed the guy's tone, his voice, and just the way he was, and tried my hardest to do that. And because, as I told people, I think I was talking to a critic or something in an interview recently, and I said, no offense to you, I was like, but you're the last person I cared about. It's really like my cousin, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's gonna, these are the people that I need to be like, yeah, all right, he did it right. So that was part of my job, and I tried to take it as seriously as I could.
And we had John Bernthal on, I think, last month, 2 months ago. He's phenomenal. That guy's amazing.
He's great. He's a great actor. Good guy. He's a real athlete, so he brings that mentality to work. Johnny's a boxer and baseball player, and he's got like real athletic point of view, and that's how he comes. He comes to work that way, and he's got that kind of level of just intensity and passion. He's very committed actor, and he's not from Baltimore, but he is from DC area, so he knows the area well. And it was a lot of fun working with him and the other guys, Daryl and McKinley and Jamie. I didn't have as much to do with Jamie, but just getting to hang out with those guys. It was a special experience to be home, certainly.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.